Good morning, good morning. Let me check the quality of the sound and the visual. Good morning, everybody. I hope the video is good. You can see my thread weight now, you can see my chart, you can see everything. All right. Okay, let's see the chart soon. Wow. So, okay, yeah, indices. So I'm bearish on indices because we are in a down move. The previous day was bearish, so I would like to see bearish prices, lower prices. On the 1 hour time frame, the 1 hour time frame turned to be bullish. Now let me just update my annotation. So the daily time frame is bearish, the 1 hour time frame is bullish, so it's not aligned. I'm not really interested to actually short yet. I want to see the price to show its hands. Right now I can anchor this. Nice. Okay, so I think the price is in a bearish market maker sell model, and this is the original consolidation here. Let me show you this one. Ideally I want to see a changing state of delivery and target pre-daily low, and then it can go higher. So I'm not really interested on Nasdaq. SP 500, let me see. Yeah, the 1 hour time frame bullish. Oh yeah, that's true, because the new layout, so that means I have to have that close. Yeah, that's my thread of it. That's my thread of it. Let me make it a bit smaller. Just a moment. So you don't need to see all the things, just I think this is like a last 2-3 candles, because it's just for the execution. Okay, because you see my chart, I think it's better now, right? Yeah, let me fix it. Yeah, something like this, so you can see my I think it's like that. Here we go. Is it good? Now you see my thread of it and you see my chart. Okay, so I don't like that when the 1 hour time frame is not aligned with the daily. I want to see lower prices. So, but right now it's not what I'm really looking for to trade. So no trade on indices, I guess. No C2 closure, nothing. So gold on the daily, I'm neutral. On the 1 hour time frame we were bearish, now it turns to be bullish now, so no C2. So probably we can long, because I'm neutral on the daily. I don't really have bias on the daily time frame, because on the daily time frame it's really tricky. The price in a bearish retracement, so all the longs actually against the daily time frame, because that was the last down move. Now that was a retrace. We had a consolidation here, price took out the consolidation high here, and now it took out the consolidation low, so it's just a range bond, not ideal. On the 1 hour time frame we can see the price is inside the 4 hour or 1 hour market maker sell model, as you can see here. This is in the -4th was taken out. So right now actually I think the move is done, bearish move. This is my point of interest. I have no daily point of interest, but I want to see this fair value gap, how the price will react that fair value gap. The 1 hour turned to be bullish now, so not ideal. So on the daily time frame, actually on crude oil I'm bullish, but the H1 turned to be bearish, so I'm not interested to trading against the daily time frame. You can tell me it's not bullish. Actually it's close above this down move and now made a daily bullish order block, so that's really bullish for me. Euro bearish, didn't take out the pre-daily low, so probably this is a manipulation back to the range. I want to see the price to take out the pre-daily low and the pre-weekly. Font USD, we had a weekly C2, so I want to see a weekly C3 this week. That means I want to see a weekly H4 CSID from this weekly POI, but at the same time I want to see the price to finish this 4-hour market maker sell model. That is what we have here. Oh, sorry, 1 hour. So as you can see, the price reached this level, which usually a consolidation area. This is the final TP. I want to see a manipulation out of the range. Probably I would like to see 1 hour changing state of delivery and target lower prices and target this one on the font. But currently I'm just sitting on my hands. I was annotating the chart but no entry yet. So I want to see, ideally I want to see a bearish price action and a bearish changing state of delivery to target lower prices. And as you can see, we have a fair value gap here. Maybe that's gonna be a target today. Maybe today the price gonna retrace back this fair value gap, and then since tomorrow gonna go lower. I'm not sure. Those are my 2 cents. Let me see who's here in the chat. Yeah. But Nicole, what's your daily time frame? Anticipation. Here is bullish, so ideally I want to see longs. On gold, I would like to follow the 1 hour time frame right now, because for me the daily is actually, I would say, bearish, okay, based on the previous candle, the daily candle. But I don't like the idea the price opened, gap down, went lower, and now it's well, if you see the price gap down, so the price opened here and the Friday close was here, so it's actually below the body. So I don't really like this. This is not like ideal, because actually we can anticipate, of course, it's a C2, but would be better if the price didn't gap down and then goes higher, right? Would better than gap down, goes higher, and then going lower. Okay, that would support this bearish idea, but I will anticipate this one as a C2 as well, because it opened with the gap down and then filled the gap. So maybe it's gonna be a back to the range, this daily fair value gap, because took out the external liquidity and took back to the internal liquidity. So maybe it's gonna be a bullish week. Today, if the price makes a C2, then I'm gonna long tomorrow C3. As you know, I like to be aligned with the daily expansion with on the 1 hour time frame. So currently the price actually had a closure. Why? Because if you see, this was a bearish closure, that was a bearish closure, but inside this bearish move we had a higher move. We took out these equal highs, so that was a last up move before the down move. This is my new OB, but if you want to play safe, you can just use this OB. But this OB was disrespected because the price closed above. That means we want to see higher prices from this area. The price couldn't, swept and closed back to the range, and that was a down move before the up move, and this is a up move before the down move. So I would say this is my last OB. Are you with me, guys? Hey Aaron, what's up? All right, who's watching the stream right now? Say hi to each other, guys. I appreciate you are here. Probably I'm not really interested to trade today because currently the price is not in the ideal move, at least based on my strategy and approach. Let me fix these things. Okay, this one is fixed, this one is fixed, this one is fixed. This one is fixed as well. Okay, this one is fixed as well. This one is fixed as well. Okay, so you see all the tickers and everything. Probably I won't have any entry today. I can see already the price action. It's against my daily bias. It's bullish. So not really a big fan of it now. So what's your plan, guys? Up or down today? Let me have the poll. Alright guys, don't forget to like the stream, leave a comment. If you have any question, please let me know so I can answer. Right now I'm just waiting. So Nico, you said you're bullish on indices. Yeah, probably, but it's overextended. We have no C2, that was actually C3 closure above, and then 1, 2, 3, it's overextended for me. So I'm not really like a big fan of it. SP 500 as well, probably it's gonna reach the pre-daily high. So even if we know where the price will go, I can't really engage. with the move. Right now the gold as well bullish, but ideally we want to see what we want to see. Let me change this bullish. We want to see, I mean, at least I want to see a C2 or a C4 continuation right now, so the gold turn to be bullish. Okay, all right, so my 1 hour time frame is bullish, but because I like these down close candles here, but if you're conservative you can have your bullish bias after this. Yes, Aaron, probably I won't have a trade today as well, because there is nothing like I really wanna trade right now. There's no clean direction. Probably this is gonna be taken on all. Yeah, nothing, but at least yeah, we can have some fun. All right, I see everybody is looking for longs because said the market is gonna go higher, which can be, but still nothing for me. We can look for a H1 range candle or H1 candle and look for longs inside. On the 1 minute time frame you can scalp. We always able to scalp the market, right? So good morning, Aaron, good morning. Oh, okay, Alan. Okay, yeah, Alan. So my idea, as I make my quick market analysis and beginning of the stream, that I'm not really looking for trading today, because one of the price action we had on, let's say on gold, we overextended, and literally I'm waiting for maybe a scalp trading. We will see, and no clear direction on actually. Let me show you gold actually, I think neutral right now. So we're looking for the 1 hour time frame, which is right now long, and maybe I'm gonna scalp crude oil. I'm not really interested. I was bearish on the font USD dollar, but that 1 hour time frame is bullish. And now if the price closing above this level as well, the euro dollar is gonna change too to be bullish. So not really ideal today. I mean, of course we can find something, but as more we risk and trying to find, you know, the more difficult to trade, right? So we can argue about this. We had a C2 here, so maybe if someone really looking for a trade, then this can be a C2 closure here on Nasdaq, right? Here into the 1 hour fair value gap, right? So we want to see how the prices react in the next 5 minutes, and we can target the pre-daily high then, right? Nico, you see this H1 C2 closure on Nasdaq into the 1 hour fair value gap, and it was actually going higher. So right now I'm gonna start the annotation. I go on the 5 minutes time frame. So we had a clear manipulation done. We had a consolidation. So probably the door can be the pre-daily high on the 1 hour time frame. Maybe we can target that as our final target. We had this accumulation. We had this manipulation here from here to here, and that minus to that 5-ish area is next to the pre-daily high. There was a manipulation, and probably this is going to be the distribution. We will see who's gonna long Nasdaq. So that means this is our 1 hour time frame. We want to see a clean move. There was a 1, there was a second, and then hopefully it's gonna close out, retrace back here. There's gonna be a protected low, and then it can target higher prices. Let me see gold, because you really want to do something with gold. I'm trying to understand the concept behind. You want a long gold, right? You said. I just took out this short-term high. Okay. I see, so you wanna have the H4 C2. That's why you're looking for, Nicola. Let me see. Yeah. Well, I put here the H4 POI. Okay, and probably 15 more seconds. I'm just gonna go on the M15 now to see. This is an M15. Here 2 o'clock. Let me annotate that was a M15 changing state of delivery. Then that was the second one. So, and this is a POI. Here. There should be the point of interest from this level, target higher prices, right? Nasdaq is going lower now, the open. Let me annotate my point of interest from this to this low. This open to this area. POI go, and we have here another OB. So we want to see another OB we made here. And if we have a closure, open low, high close on the M5, then maybe it's a good long. Here on the M15, you want to see a clear manipulation into the H4. Do you have any fair value gap, any PDA, or you're gonna just use the order block here, which actually said but the price already tagged in here. So all the fair value gaps, all the PDAs were tagged in, so probably maybe there won't be anything like a retrace back here and then goes higher, because this one was tagged in, this one was tagged in. If the price take this out, there's gonna be a bearish OB on the M15. I don't know, we will see. All right. Cheer, daddy, cheer. I want to see the next 5 minutes candle to actually close above this level, and then long from here to the pre-daily high. Put the stop loss somewhere here. It's like a 50 point already. Right guys, I see we have only 3 likes under this stream. Please like the video if you like the content. That's gonna help to grow the channel. And if you have any question, leave it in the chat. Yeah, this yo, good morning, exactly. So this one, if you're really looking for longs, maybe the M5 can be a confirmation as well. I have a feeling that gold is gonna take out this low resistance. Yeah, it looks too juicy to go lower and then going higher. Yeah. I'm just annotating the chart, yeah? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. You long the gold already? On the M5? What was your M5 minute candle when you entered? I don't want to see closure below this 50% here. Otherwise, I'm not looking for a scalp, I guess so. I want to see the price to respect this level. Otherwise, the market is a scam. Yes, Ellen, please confirm that what you meant, because now I'm a bit lost. Probably you entered the 9:55 at 9 a.m. I mean, you mean 10 a.m. I guess we have 1 hour time difference, right? So you meant after the price took out these equal lows here. $9.55. Yeah, this candle here. Well, why did you enter too long? What was the confirmation? You mean this candle here? That's, yeah, I think it is, as it's a really early entry, because this is a consolidation now. We are inside the consolidation. You see here? This is the high, consolidation high, this is a consolidation low, and now it's just ranging between the high and the low of the consolidation. I don't want to tell to close your entry. You entered, but if it was based on fractal, then I think it's not accurate. But if it was based on your entry model, that's then okay. I'm not sure what was the entry model. Here we go. Let me see the long from here. Then this should be a protected low here. Do we have 2R? Oh, really? I have to play games. Probably I don't want the price to come lower than this level. Yeah, something like this. Right? Yeah, because it came back to this order block, and I don't want to see the price going lower than this order block. Do we have SMT with the mass? No SMT, but we have here a fair value gap. The price close higher. Okay, this one is actually against the daily time frame, but with the 1 hour time frame, and it's a scalp. Probably I'm gonna enter only one micro here on Nasdaq and trying to, yeah, long. It's much more like a scalp entry, but NQ have the similar like gold, this low resistance liquidity here. So because this is against the daily time frame, but it's a 1 hour aligned, it's a B setup, it's a continuation M5 scalp setup, and my idea to long is just to reach the pre-daily high, which is a doll, and probably I'm just gonna go with one. Yeah, got in one position, and I'm gonna put my stop loss in a 696-ish. Yeah, something like that. 99. I want to see a quick expansion. Here, yeah. And let me put my stop profit A04. Somewhere here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put on AO3 a bit lower, just being safe. Yeah, but honestly, I don't really like this entry. I want to see expansion, like the next 5-minute candle to going higher here as well, because the pre-daily high is so close. So I want to see the price to come and take this high, both price action. Yeah, because I have only one micro, I don't like this position, so probably I'm just gonna close right now, because I cannot really have a partial. I want a price to come back and take out my stop loss. So yeah, I don't like this entry, sorry guys. Doesn't work the risk, not even 2 hour, and the price can come back here to sweep, not to come back here and goes higher, like just with the wick. Okay, now it wasn't a good entry, so I just canceled. As not canceled, but as you can, did you see? I was actually putting my stop loss that high. You see, it's fishy. So now, not even for the scalp. You see, thank God I closed it. I told you, because it can even come back, even just a scalp area. It can come back to take these equal lows. I don't like these equal lows here yet. So no, it's not a good entry. Exactly. But similar with gold, you see, these can be like a quick move, and then it can go still higher. Exactly. I mean, like, I closed, it was only one micro, but honestly, I didn't want to trade at all today, and that was just a scalp. But as you see, not really ideal, so not in the trade. Probably on the 1 minute time frame, this is a consolidation. Let me check. Yeah, see, slow up move, and then here we have a consolidation here, and the price closed back. So probably it's gonna take out all these now. Actually, that can be a really good short opportunity if it's part of your strategy. Yeah. Let me see, gold, exactly the same. We just took out this, consolidate, took out the consolidation high. If you have a closure below this, then probably it's gonna go and take these levels. Yeah. Yeah, I hope he set some partial or something. Let's go, guys. If you have any questions, just drop in the chat. You see this move? I don't like this move, because this 1 hour move, yeah. Here we go. Now the font USD is actually approaching the 1 hour fair value gap inside the 4 hour fair value gap. Crude oil is just tanking, probably it's gonna take out the pre-daily low. Gold had this accumulation, manipulation, maybe it's gonna have a distribution higher, right? But it was actually inside this OB. Yeah. When we have this price action like this, I don't like when price going lower than going higher, and that was actually a breaker block, push the price higher. The middle of the leg, right? So I don't like that. Nasdaq is Nasdaq, okay. Seems like the order block is holding now. Yeah, that's a problem. It's like a C3 and it's just not moving, right? Let me see. Yeah, probably that's a close, because it took out the short-term high. You remember I told you here, which was actually equal highs. So currently we can anticipate for retrace or consolidation or V-shaped reaction. This one definitely not a V-shaped reaction, right? So there's gonna be probably a consolidation, manipulation, distribution, or it's gonna be consolidation out of the range, retest the range and going higher, or it's gonna be a retrace into this and going higher. Like several different things can happen. Here we go. Maybe God's gonna go. Not that good, sorry. Now I checked some videos of the city, the island I wanna move, and a bit tired. I didn't sleep well again, and yeah, coffee is just coffee. Oh yeah, no, yeah, because now I almost finished my Discord. I set all the rules and everything, and I finished my gold weekly recap of no Nasdaq recap. What was it, gold? I don't remember. Let me check the PDF. I think that was gold, and that was yeah, gold March 9 to March 12. You see the price cannot really close above this minus 1.5 ish, so I think it's not ideal to long. It's too deep premium of the previous day leg, and yeah, and that was good. So but my my brain is a bit tired. So, and I saw yesterday the price action. I make the analysis of what I can anticipate today, and I was like, not really ideal. I had this long idea somewhere here. I marked, but I didn't. Yeah, here. I sent it in a Discord to the guys like before after. That was like pretty plausible because there was a 1 hour fair value gap here. There was a 1 hour fair value gap here. So I was like, okay, cool. There was a continuation higher. And then nothing crazy with the price action. We had this huge consolidation here, you see, and then we had expansion. So anyway, my story is that yeah, I'm a bit tired now, and so yeah, I checked the price action. I was like, okay, probably no trade tomorrow because really low probability day. Most of the price on different instruments are already overextended. I don't want to be long when I have like 4 bullish candles or short. Now I don't really a big fan of the Italian coffee. I used to live with Italian people. Here we go, you see, retrace back this area, but now the gold only goes higher or going higher because the Nasdaq is pulling up. Yeah, this is a B setup. Let me type here. You see, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles couldn't close properly. Exactly. Yeah, I don't really like this price action on Nasdaq, and you see gold because the Nasdaq cannot go higher now. The original direction of the gold is stronger than how the Nasdaq would be able to just pull higher. Actually, now if I would be an ICT trader, I would just short gold from here to until here, because we had a high, low, higher, high, now lower, low. We had this breaker block, and probably we're gonna have a strong move at least until here. We have these failure swings. I just want to see this, yeah. but that would be against the 1 hour time frame, so probably that would be a retrace, which means we only anticipate move until this is a 1 hour leg. Oh shit, no, that was a 1 hour leg. Let me check what was a 1 hour leg. High, low, high, yeah. So I don't anticipate the price, yeah, come back here. I want to see on the M5, no, M5, yeah, M5 is okay. I want to use a premium and discount. Let's say this was a whole up move. I want to see somewhere here. Take out these low resistance liquidity. So if this candle closed below this, which was a range low, that was a range high, was a range low here, maybe I will short. Oh, it's like $160 risk to not even 1 hour. Nah, no thank you. Not even part of my strategy, so I'm fine. But at least we can annotate the chart, right? You mean like M15? We don't have a closure yet. I mean, like if you want to short against the H4, right? Because the H4 is bullish. So you need at least, yeah, I mean, but the H4 here, you see, the H4 is bullish. You see, that's a H4. So it can be a retrace and going higher. The H4 is bullish. If you want to short this C2, right, you only want to short when this H4 wick is confirmed, and the H4 wick is going to be confirmed if the price closes below in 4 minutes. Then that means there should be a protected high inside the H4 candle, and that C2 was protected, and you miss the C3, but you're gonna short the C4 until here, or even until here, or the low of the range, right? I mean, this can be actually a confirmed high on the H4, and the price can retrace for going lower, because the previous day was bearish and we anticipate open high low close, but it had the open low high closing. Now you want to see the daily POI to be respected on a 1 hour time frame, but there is no M15 closure, and probably that's why you didn't have any M1 protected, right? I mean, you had the M1 protected here, that was the entry here, but left the fair value gap here, so that should be like a B setup or B minus. You can target these lows there, which actually correlated with this area. Would be great if the price will leave the fair value gap here, so we can short from this fair value gap to this area. Okay, Nasdaq is Nasdaq. Yeah. Cheer, daddy, cheer. So let's see, maybe we're gonna have an M5 continuation lower. But the problem as well, where you're gonna put your stop loss? The last protected high should be this, right? So you enter here, the ideal. This is an up move, so maybe I would use this as a protected OB, but this is like a almost $200 move. I mean, just for fun, we can try. Nah. One more minute. But you know, the M15 is bullish, here is bullish, and this is gonna be the first bearish OB. It was now. Yeah, I mean, you see, it's better to have a proper entry. I mean, like, it's $200 risk, and probably because we left the swing low here and we bearish, we can anticipate lower prices. So you can see the 930 was a manipulation higher into this area. Now we can anticipate lower prices. This barcoding, this is a barcoding, right? So you short at the top, long at the bottom. Nasdaq, look at this, Nasdaq is lame. Yeah, there is like two short-term low. Would be nice to find the M5 entry to short here. No, you're good, you're good. I want to see the price coming back this fair value gap. I don't want the price to take out this, because now that was the target. Oh man. You see? This entry is done. And now we had a bearish OB here. That's why I was closing my long. Okay, we need an do we have an M15 closure? Perfect. So hopefully it's gonna leave a fair value gap here. The next price action is gonna come back to leave a C2 on the M15, and we can short in the next 15 minutes candle C3 to this low. Exactly. Because I think I have that monitor time, like hours and hours, and if the price XYZ, you start to feel like, yeah, whatever, this is not like what I want to see, because it doesn't make any logical thing. And here as well, if the price wants to go higher, maybe it can take out this and then going higher to take all the early longs. I don't really like. But another thing is that we have this pre-market. You see this pre-market low here, and left this 1 hour swing low, which is the last swing low out of many of them. And honestly, when I saw the chart in the last night, because you know I'm in a different time zone, I was like, dude, really, why don't you just take it out? And then in the morning, the early morning, I saw this. I was like, come on, bro, really? You have this failure swing. So okay, let me show you. That was like yesterday, yeah, before new Asian session, and the price left these failure swings. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm gonna believe you, you're gonna go higher, yeah. I was like, sure. And then what a surprise, 2 a.m. London, boom, took out all the liquidity that was built on during the Asian session. And I was like, wow, really? You really want me to believe me that you leave this failure swing into this external liquidity, which is right now equal lows, right? The H1 equal lows. I was like, dude, yeah, sure. Then it went higher, left a lot of liquidity. I was like, yeah. So ideally, I want to see this and take out this today, and hopefully close back to the range, so we can have a C2 and we can long tomorrow. But on the daily time frame as well, don't forget, we're still bearish. You see, we are in the bearish OB, so I want to see a closure below this, and this will be my ideal target, because that was like a bearish continuation lower. So I want to see something like this. I want to see at least the 50% of this area to be tested today or tomorrow, but hopefully today. And then going back to this area, let's say OB, and then going lower. And then maybe this gap is gonna push the price higher again, because that actually was an important level. Okay, here we go. This one looks juicy now. Here we go. What a surprise! Wow. That's why I close my long. Okay. All right, guys. Let me see the chat. Do we have any question? All right, guys. If you like the stream, please like the video. Will be a lot. It's helping to grow the channel. And probably now we're gonna take out the 660-ish. Then probably it's gonna retrace a bit into this area to act as a resistance to push the price lower. Okay, let me see the gold as well. I want to see the price just range banding here. Why? Because this is a M1. Why? Okay, so this was a manipulation out on the M15. So M15 C2 probably is a sell model on the 1 minute time frame, and these are the internal lows. So we usually want to see a consolidation around this low, manipulation, and then going lower on the M1 time frame. So I want to see 10 minutes consolidation here, quick manipulation into this M15 fair value gap on the 1 minute time frame, and lower prices. Let me see the 1 minute. Here we go. Yeah, it's consolidating here. I want to see a manipulation and then going lower. This is my ultimate target. This is the original consolidation. Okay, hopefully it's gonna be a Picasso, guys. All right, let me just have a glass of water. If you have any question, please leave in the chat. Give me a second, guys. Okay. All right, guys, I'm back. Let me see the chart. Yeah, I want to see the M15 here, something like this. Wow, what a surprise here. 50%. Let me see if the 1 hour finally gonna turn to be bearish. No, not yet. Oh, sheesh, nah, just only here. Okay, I don't think so. I'm gonna touch Nasdaq today because it's not ideal to short against the 1 hour time frame. Would be why not we have a bearish 1 hour time frame. I will short easy. But now I have to wait, so probably that's gonna be tomorrow. And this is as well the problem. It's actually a bullish order flow. So this is like a B setup and only scalp. Probably I'm gonna go on the 1 minute time frame because the 5 minute it's will be more ideal, but maybe the 1 minute gonna give me the 2 hour scalp easy peasy. Range high, that was a range high. Let me annotate the chart. And this was a range low. If this candle is gonna close like this, there's gonna be a C2. We can play the C3 B setup, low risk with inside M15. Yeah, I will use this one here. All right, guys. Funny to see, we had a London reversal, now we have a New York AM reversal, so probably just a range bound move today. So took out the high, took out the low, so that makes sense actually, because we took out the consolidation low. So what we can anticipate a range bound move, manipulation, and then going higher, or manipulation going lower, right? Why? Because we took out these short-term lows, so we can anticipate a new phase of the price action. That's why I wasn't like really happy to do anything today. Let me annotate, this is a M15. Let's see on 5 minutes, thank you. I need to see to short against the 1 hour time frame. I don't really like the idea, mostly not Nasdaq, and gold as well, like nah, really. Let me put this one on the left side. I don't need this on the 1 hour time frame, not even 50 minutes can stay. This one I want to have on the left side. Here we go. Okay, let me see on the M5. So if you have a closure here, then we can anticipate what? Lower prices, right? Yeah, this fair value gap here, right? So which could be ideal to short if we have something like at least 2R, right? I don't want to have this 1.6-ish because this one, it's a tiny bit below this let me show you the whole range move. So if I measure from here to here, this is, you see, a 50%. And if I have a OT, because that was the last bullish up move, I want to see a retrace back to the OT from here to here. And you see this is the OT area. So it would be ideal to have some short into the OT, into the last OB, you see? And the price can go higher, something like this. So we can short until here, and if we have a C2, then we can long back to the range. So probably there's going to be PM session. I don't want to be part of the PM session now. I don't need to see this is OT. And this one actually I don't really care anymore because I needed only the 50% of the range. Who is shorting gold with 20 minis? Yeah, but there wasn't any proper entry. Let me open the short right now. Boom, 997. Bing. Okay, that's why I was like, the price action is neutral. Now we deep premium into this fair value gap. So ideally, you want to see a reaction from here if the price wants to go higher, but because it's a 1 hour time frame, we need a 1 hour C2, so probably no trade today on gold. Yeah, this is a really interesting question, because if the price will close below and close like 11 more minutes, then we can have a bearish OB, right? But currently it's still moving. So we had this down move. So I was using this OB as a bullish order block, but you can use this one as well. It's really up to you. Even if you use this one, right? Let's say I use that one too, okay? Because it's like, it doesn't really matter for me. So that was my, let's say you use this one, okay? But the price closed above this and then closed lower than this. So that's why I use this as an order block. And the price changed to be bullish, right? Because that was a low, high, lower low, and that was a higher high here. You see, that high was higher than this high. So this one was the last down move before the up move. So that was a bearish or bullish order block. But then the price closed below this up move. So that was my bearish order block. and this was the last 3 candles for the last, yeah, 4 candles, my bad, the down move, and then the price closed above this. I don't count this because it's like not even a swing low, nothing. So this was my OB. Price went higher into this proportion block, and then if the price closed below these 2 up close candles, then the price action turns to be bearish, so we can short, because this C2 made actually a strong move, close below. We can anticipate retrace to the point of interest, and we can short to target these lows, the pre-market lows. All right, until nothing for me. Probably 11 o'clock can be a good 10 more minutes. I need a closure. If I have a closure, then I'm gonna short. Yeah. And as well, we have a high resistance liquidity around here, right? And we have a low resistance liquidity here. Price always wants to go high resistance to low resistance liquidity. Who is with me? All right, I have to change this one here. So now this is the 50% of the range. This is where I'm gonna. So there is nothing here, so not ideal. All right, you got 9 minutes, Nicole. Yeah, 9 minutes. Otherwise, you're gonna be late. Run, run, brother. Chill, daddy, chill. Let's go, gold. I want to see the time frame to change bearish, and of course the previous daily candle was bearish as well, so I was neutral, but the previous bearish candle was yeah. So the short would be more higher. It will be higher probably. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to see the Nasdaq now because that's really lame what the Nasdaq is doing. So I'm gonna put gold on my Tradeway chart. Yeah. You can see my Tradeway is way faster on the M5 than actually TradingView, because the TradingView data is not updating that quick or refreshing that quick. You see, there's a delay between the two price actions, so the Tradeway is faster, which is kind of lame. The only problem with the gold is all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bearish candle. So I don't know how we're gonna have here something like this. Yeah. Wow, of course. Look out the range low now, it's gonna fly or what? 3 more minutes, guys. Okay. And this is a scalp, okay? So I'm gonna have a quick 2 hour, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Alright guys, are you gonna short Nasdaq now or no? That's a question. Sorry, not Nasdaq. Let me change. Gold. Here we go. Now it's accurate. Alright guys, please like the channel, like the video if you like what you see. If you have any question, let me know. More than happy to help you guys. As you can see, we're still waiting for the entry. So nothing. Let me annotate my levels. This is the highest level. I don't want the price going higher than this level. If it goes higher, then I'm not really interested to short anymore. I have a beautiful fair value gap here around this low. I have this low here, and I have a fair value gap. So I would like to see open, high, low, and close, and target these lows. All right. All right, Nicole, nice to have you back. So I was just talking about, you see this beautiful 5 minutes fair value gap inside this POI next to these lows, then what was actually a support or resistance zone. So I want to see ideally the candle open, manipulate back to the 5 minutes fair value gap, close back to the manipulation, and I'm gonna enter somewhere here, put my stop loss here, and target these lows here. So hopefully a quick 2 hour and be done for the day, right? I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with 2 micros or 1 micro. We will see. I wanna see the candles open now. That's beautiful, that's what I wanna see. Exactly, I wanna see a manipulation back here. Now I wanna see a closure below this level, okay? If I have a closure, then I'm gonna just enter, put my, I want to see the price to coming back to the fair value gap. Okay, right now it's not in, it hasn't touched them. Come on gold, touch it, and then you can go. Okay, here we go, and I'm gonna target these, and let me have my break even. Here we go. Let's go gold. I need a clean manipulation. I don't like this internet changing state of delivery, you see? So that case, if I don't want to miss the entry, I just put my stop loss here, enter here, but that's a position entry, not a normal entry. I want to see the price coming back this fair value gap. I don't want the price to leave this equal highs here. You see guys, this equal highs, this is the M5 equal highs. It smells bad. I want a price to take out this. Exactly. Or other thing I like to, I'm learning, let's say the position entry. You enter here, you put your stop loss, because if the price goes higher than this level anyway, you now really in a position. If you don't want to miss, then you can just position entry yourself. That was in 3 trades without. But right now I think what is happening, if you see this level here, that's a short-term high, low, right? So the price reached the short-term high. What we can anticipate, a new phase of the price action, continuation model, what we are looking for. That means we're looking for consolidation, manipulation, the opposite side, manipulation here, close back the manipulation leg, and then going lower, because we reached the short-term low. Then we anticipate a new phase of the price action. So we want to see what we want to see, a consolidation, or we want to see a retrace and then continuation, or we want to see a V-shaped reaction, which actually opposite, or we want to see the breakout, retest, and going lower. So we enter the second OB. But most of the times what I would like to see is a manipulation back to the fair value gap, because now the price would be great if, you know, just consolidate, because we had this short-term low, okay, and I want to see a continuation lower. So I want to see this consolidation, manipulation, and going lower, and this is my ultimate target, is H1 swing low, and then of course it's equal lows as well. So let me annotate. The price in the premium of the last up close candles. So if we have a V-shaped reaction, then the price can go higher, right? If we have a continuation entry model, then we're gonna go lower. Okay. Who's with me? Who's gonna short? Let me see. 100%. Someone said no. Alright guys, if you like the stream, don't forget to like the video, please. That's gonna help a lot to grow the channel. Yeah, me too. I want to see a manipulation out and then going lower. So the previous candle was bearish, but because we actually reached the range low, I was neutral because I want to see a consolidation. Well, and then now because we have the bearish order flow, right? I would like to see lower prices. And we had the bearish C2 as well. So actually previous day candle, the 1 hour and the C2 closure are aligned, so it should be a setup, but because of the anticipation of the new phase of the price action, I would go with half size only as well, because it's a B setup now. But I want to see a clean manipulation out of the range high here into the fair value gap and then going lower, or I just position entry, enter here, put my stop loss here and target this low. But I think it's just ranging right now, so I'm still waiting. Let's go gold. So now who's gonna short when we have a closure? Who's gonna short? I don't want a price to leave this fair value gap there. Come on, Nasdaq. Nasdaq. Let me see Nasdaq. Come on, gold. Okay. Let's see what we have on Nasdaq. The H1 time frame is bullish, right? So that's why it's a bit different. That was the up to the down move. That was actually, wow. We want to see a new bearish changing state of delivery from this level. We have an internal changing state of delivery. So we want to see the price closing below this and then going lower. But because of ICSD between the two 1 hour candle, this is a lower probability. You see this? And it's against the 1 hour time frame. So it's a double low probability. Let's go gold. You wanna just take this, okay, and then close below. You don't have to play games. Don't take and waste our time, okay? Probably it's waiting for the Nasdaq. Let me annotate. This is a short-term low. There we go. This is a new phase of the price action. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. Alright guys, the new 5 minute candle just opened, so I'm gonna wait until it's closed. Let me just check my phone until just a moment. You see, if I enter, you will see on the left side, but I won't enter. All right, I'm back. Of course it didn't close below. What a surprise. Yeah, let me see Nasdaq. Still nothing. We want to see a closure below this level. It should be a protected, and then 2R, which is not ideal because the lowest part of the fair value gap 111 point now. Come on, gold. Damn, this gold price action is so slow. Come on, dude. Just sweep this high, please, and then just go lower. It's like now rocket science. You don't want to have a V shape. If you wanted to have a V shape, you will. It's been done already. Give us a clean entry, please. Please and thank you. Okay. Yeah. Here we go, here we go. Now we have this one. Let's go, let's go. You have to take out those equal highs. Let's go. And then just close. And then tank, okay? I want to see a V-shaped reaction from this fair value gap. And then I can enter, stop loss here, target this area, and I'm done for the day, yeah? Oh wow, POI is disrespected. No shorts anymore on Nasdaq because I don't know. I don't like the price action of Nasdaq. We swap this H2 here, H1, C2 here, and now it's retracing back to the fair value gap, which is actually, if I measure, around the 50% premium discount area. You see, but I ideally I didn't want to see higher than this level. If you have a closure here, then it can be a short, but we need to see a closure, and then will be a protected, and then go for 2R. But the idea that because we have this sweep, this is like a high resistance liquidity now, okay? So it's not ideal to short. At least based on my approach and strategy, okay? Good. Finally, good morning, sunshine. Finally, it just took like damn, 10, half an hour. Really, dude, you can do it better. No way. Is he, or are you just kidding? He wants to say again. Probably something Iran war. Because if he's gonna talk, I won't touch the short. President. 30 more minutes. What's the topic of the speech, you know? Okay, so that means I have to go on the 1 minute time frame to have, or 30-second time frame to have a really sniper in and out before he start to talk. Damn. Anyway, now we have the higher OB here. That's ideal. I love it. In that case, maybe we're gonna have a smaller, 7 point. That's only need 15 points. Yeah, it's 30, but at least it's not bad, because let's say if he says he's gonna talk, usually he late like 1 hour or something, and I checked the Forex Factory, it says 4:30 based on my time. That's actually 11:30, so probably he's gonna speak at this time. Yeah. Exactly in the middle of the manipulation. Oh, what a surprise. Yeah, so that's why it would be great if he would be late again, so we can reach the level, you know, this level, and then he can start to talk. I don't care. It's just a 30 points down move, so it's not a crazy move. Like, since the price moved almost 40 points here, more than 40, almost 50 points. But probably that's why Nasdaq as well going higher, because they anticipate something good news. And if because the Nasdaq goes higher, gold as well. Oh, there is a drama again with the story trades. Like, because she posted something again with this trading, paper trading, whatever. I'm checking the financial juice right now. Oh, dude, yeah, there is a big fight again between Tori and all the other traders. Oh, well. That's lame. Okay, let me see. I don't know, yeah, it's like, I mean, like, because these people are scamming people. So these influencers, most of the influencers are scamming people with this mentorship, whatever. Dude, just stream live, show your entries. Nobody's gonna, like, I don't know. A lot of people, they don't trade live because they're hiding themselves behind the classical stuff like, hey, yeah, I don't wanna have people to copy trade me because that's not helpful, blah 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 bullshit. Dude, you just cannot trade live. That's it. You're just hiding. You just showing your results inside, and that's it. Like, show your results, and people will respect. I know Dasha. Dasha, her name is Lumi Traders. She's always trading live and showing her entries, and she's one of the most, I think, one of the best trader I ever met in my life, and I met her in person as well. So, and the people like charging $100-$120 for the Discord, but they even don't show a live entry, and they like always like posting the, you know, the entry after they took, and they bullshitting. They so smart, they so clever. Show the entry forehand, brother, or show in real time with the numbers and everything, and then I'm gonna respect you. I don't think that's a good thing when people just showing like videos when, oh, I took this and blah 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 blah. First of all, we don't know it's a paper account. Second of all, we don't know it's like a contest or it's a funded account. So stop scamming people, guys. Just show your entries and that's it. It's not a big like, then if you cannot trade, then other people are watching at you. That means you're not really able to follow your strategy, and then stop this bullshit that you don't want people to copy trade you. You have a disclaimer at the beginning of the stream. That means, you know, everything. That's why we have disclaimers, right, at the beginning of the video. If you copy trade and you have a loss, you know, that's all of your problem, not mine. I don't asking you to copy trade. I'm just showing my trades, and it's entertainment only. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's best to be accountable as well, like for yourself. Like, you're only trading when you know, when you have your entry. And if, at least based on my own personality, when I don't stream and I'm trading when I'm not streaming, it's more difficult to me to keep myself to be able to follow my rules. If I'm trading and I'm streaming at the same time, it's much better because I can have a conversation, I can verbalize my thoughts, and I can see like, okay, cool, I'm gonna enter here because of this and Y, Z. Like, let's say now, you see, I was planning this entry before I know Trump is gonna speak. This is a valid continuation entry lower, and then, yeah, and then I think would be nice. We have 4 more minutes. So I wanna have as well, like, risking $100-ish, yeah, $110 to have 300-ish. I wanna see a quick move. Let me annotate the these levels, like there's a short term and this one. So I want to see this area to be get eaten really quick. Low resistance liquidity. I'm gonna put on the bottom and the center. Okay. Three more minutes. What's up, Yahush? My man. Long time no see you, bro. I'm trying to short gold, but Trump is gonna speak soon. 4:30. Hopefully he's gonna be late again, as always. Sorry, not 4:30, 11:30 a.m. Hopefully he's gonna be late, so I can short gold to this H1 swing low, which is actually equal lows on the H1. Are you working, brother? Bro, you should turn to be a full-time trader, bro. You have a knowledge, bro. You know that, bro. Let me drink a water, just a moment. All right, I'm back. So at least if the gold's gonna hit my stop loss quick in the next 5 minutes, at least I know quick I was wrong, right? And that's okay. Yeah, bro. Nice to see you here. And then I'm gonna have a Discord soon, bro. So I'm gonna send you an invitation link, okay? And yeah, just take care of yourself, brother. And yeah, if you work, don't check the market from the phone, okay? It doesn't worth it, bro. Okay, 1 more minute. Come on, I like to see this one. Let me see on the 1 minute time frame. Perfect. We had this consolidation, manipulation out. I want to see a continuation lower, but give us something, brother. 1 more minute. If I enter here, I'm gonna set my entry level the way that I can have 2R, okay? Come on, don't leave us like this. Thank you, G. See ya, brother. Okay, who's gonna enter in the retest of it? I think because that's a range low, I'm gonna enter somewhere here. It's $150. No. I wanna have at least 2R to this equal lows here. Yeah, something like this. Or maybe higher. I'm gonna have my entry as a sell-esque, okay? $120-ish, yeah. Come on, bro. Okay, I'm in. Buy stop is there. Now I'm gonna see a quick move now. 69-ish. Yeah. I mean, we had a closure below from the H1. I don't really want to see the price going back. So my entry is 96.2. 96.2. Yeah. I'm gonna put my stop there, which is 098, 096, and yeah. Now I'm gonna put my break even at 1.5-ish. Okay, that one is here, and my 2R is gonna be at the here, which is gonna be 69. If I'm wrong, at least I know I'm wrong quickly. Okay, let me put Trump, because he's gonna talk now. What is that, Trump? YouTube. Okay, Trump live. Okay, it's nothing yet. I'm gonna make the music Okay, here, something like this. All right, so I have a live. I don't really want to see the price to coming higher than the 50% of this. Yeah. This is a 50% of the OB. Yeah. Can you hear the background? Trump YouTube stream. He's not talking yet, but there is like a video. On Trump. Yeah, because that's a humming noise what we have at the back right now. Now I feel like this is just a failure swing towards this failure swing and this external liquidity. So if the price coming and close below this, I want to see a quick move. I only took with one micro because it's a B setup. I mean, actually, this is like a setup right now, but because the consolidation idea on the one daily time frame and yeah, it's like a B setup scalp, I would say. Let me try to, yeah, something like that so you can see. I mean, probably it's gonna tag in. It's just only $1 distance. So I just really don't want to see the price to going higher than this level. This one. I don't want the price going higher than this one. Yeah, I wanna. Now it left the imbalance, so now I can tag in. There is a fair value gap here. And I want to see a quick reaction from this fair value gap, like a huge quick move, like something like this. All right, you got like 5 more points. Yeah, that's good. So you're gonna be out when I'm gonna be break even. Yeah. Mark the 50% of this fair value gap as well, so I can see. Yeah. Let's go gold, it's time to tank. Look at this. This one is, I told you, it's not valid anymore. We had a high resistance liquidity around here. Okay. I'm gonna delete these. Alright guys, just a moment. All right, I'm back. If the price gonna close above the 50% of this fair value gap, probably I'm gonna close my position because I wanna see a quick move from here, and that's not ideal. Trump is still not talking. Let me put the music back then until. Let's go. One more minute. Yeah. I really don't like this price action now on gold. I wanted to see a strong move from this area because if it's gonna close above the 50% of this fair value gap, and then the OB is here, not ideal. Yeah, I want to see a harsh reaction now, so I want to see the tanking. Yeah, exactly. If it won't reject in the next 30 seconds, I'm just gonna close it, because otherwise it's gonna go and take out my stop loss, which doesn't make any sense to wait for. Or it's just gonna it is gonna go without me, and that's okay. But I don't like this price action, so probably I'm gonna close the position. 8 more seconds, guys. Yeah, close above. I'm out, guys. I took this $100-ish loss. You see, I got one, so that was 96, and it took me out because close above 04. So that's actually $80. So I lost only $80, and I don't like the idea it didn't react like a quick reaction from here. Maybe I can re-enter if it's gonna make a new OB, and then that's gonna be my entry. But right now this is not ideal. That close above, okay, didn't close above the fair value gap, we can say, but I usually don't like to see something like almost taking out this, So Nico, if you're still in, that's okay. I just don't really feel like I'm gonna lose that plus $80, not 80, like $50 on for nothing. Because if the price wants to go lower, so I can enter here again and then put my stop loss here and target the same. Yeah, I wasn't like it wasn't my emotion. It just, this is not what I want to see. I don't like to see that it's closed back to the range. You know what I mean? I like to see a, yeah, because if it goes lower, close below this, I can short again, and I felt like if I leave until that's just ego for me, and then doesn't make any sense, probably because Nasdaq is ranging now. Yeah, I don't really like that. You see this 50% of the fair value gap close above, so ideally I don't want to see this like closing above. I wanted to see like just a C2. Let's say, yeah, so I wanted to see a C2 inside this fair value gap on the M5 if I anticipate the price wants to go lower, so I didn't like the idea that it's almost a full body close. So yeah, high, low, high, high, low, low. It closed above this breaker block as well. Yeah, and it's a B setup, so. But sad because we've been waiting for this so long. Oh, come on, God, give us something. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close the Nasdaq. I'm only interested in gold. exactly the same. Yeah. Come on, Trump. Say something. Okay, 11:45. 2 more minutes. I'm gonna make a video end of this week about all of my trades. And I'm gonna put this trade as well. I'm just writing down the time. That was Monday, March 16, and the time was 4:30ish. I mean 11:30. That was a loss, okay? I anticipate this. It was a loss. Even if I closed earlier, it was a loss. Yeah, if it wants to go lower, I'm gonna enter again here because that's the same analogy, and then we have a double confirmation. Uh-huh. Yeah. But here as well, like I don't like that much it coming close. Now I have 4 minutes. If it's gonna close below, then I can put my stop loss here. I enter and I target this low as 2.2R, and I'm actually in the same trade, but I got a double confirmation because that case I'm gonna have this. Oh, sorry, like this, and then so it's like a stronger rejection from the same area, like here. The short-term low, actually holding the price. Yeah. Because it's a B setup, it's a scalp, you know. I really don't like the idea. It's actually like we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 candles as a retrace. So maybe it's a range again, inside the range. So it's low. Maybe it's low because Trump gonna speak. I think he took the trade, I guess. Honestly, I like to see expansion. You know, this should be an expansion candle, right? It's almost close, and it's if I see the power of 3, this is just ranging through the whole C3. You see? So this one should be expansion. It should be like a quick move towards the equal lows, and C2 should be something like this, and then expansion. But now the price opened, went higher, took out the low, now it's again in the range. Retrace, went higher, now lower, now higher. Not ideal. Yeah, exactly. I closed already when the price here closed above the 50% of this fair value gap. I'm gonna re-enter if the price gonna close back this range. Yeah. I don't like to be in the chop. And 2 more. Actually, Trump should speak now. But he's not. Oh, let me put a bit closer here so you see exactly the entry I have Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's still valid. So if you enter here, oh shit. If you entered here and you have your stop loss there, still valid. Here. You see? So I could enter here now with 100 point and target $200. Okay. Trump's gonna arrive and say good morning everybody, and the price is gonna tank automatically. Bomb. Come on, Trump.
No, internal and eternal, come to think of it. But I like the idea of internal because it works well. I mean, I think we've proven.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for the second entry. So, but I have 4 minutes 30 seconds. I'm waiting for Trump. Just open the window. Wow. Let's go, Trump. Yo, that is here. Okay, now this one can be a good short entry. Even I shouldn't wait. I could just enter here. But in that case I should put my stop loss still there. I want to put my stop loss above this, but probably I'm going to put somewhere here. And for 3 more minutes. And the Trump's gonna say something and the price gonna woo. Or something like that. I don't know. Wow, look at this. Man, how many weeks we have here? Damn. Exactly. Exactly. That was crazy. Alright, 2 more minutes and I'm gonna get involved in the trade. If he's gonna say something about the war and let's say some good thing, maybe the gold price is gonna go lower. If it's gonna be something like bad, okay, I'm gonna do XYZ offensive, blah blah blah, then it's gonna be like a quick down move. Okay, 2 more minutes, okay? Probably I won't have an ideal entry now because I don't think the price is gonna come back. There is a 50% of the range here. So maybe it's gonna close like this, back to the new OB. I'm gonna set a limit order there, and then I'm gonna set a limit order at 1.5, which is here. And the 2R is there. So probably I'm gonna keep my entry until here, this swing low. Yeah, I'm gonna enter somewhere here. I see constant we have many people watching the stream, but only 3 people are chatting, guys. We're not really trading, just listening, guys. Probably there's gonna be the M4 5 more minutes, so the last candle is gonna let me make this one a bit lower. Okay, so probably the next 5-minute candle is gonna retest, and because of that we can see there was a high, there's a low, so this should be the 50%. The price shouldn't come anyway higher than this level here. So I'm gonna set my limit here, and this is, I'm gonna see something like this to be formed. I don't think so less than 10 points I'm gonna have an entry. I mean, like, it's okay if not. I hope it's, let's say, I hope, nah, I think it's gonna leave a fair value gap here, and the next 5 minutes candle is gonna manipulate into this fair value gap, this OB, respect the 50%, and then go lower like crazy. Because right now, what I wanna see that this 50% of this week gonna reject the price back to this OB, leave a failure swing to this, to this, to this, and this. So something like that. Okay, so that's my entry somewhere here, and that's gonna be my sell stop. So actually I have 9-point sell stop, and my target is gonna be this level 70. Let me mark the 50% of this range. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I'm waiting for Trump to speak. Yeah, but I like this kind of music actually. Him and me. Exactly. He's got a sun-stained hat and a heart of gold. Stories from the fairway that never get old. Tells me about a church and a sweet Carissa too. Then he dubs his wedge and we'll
We're approaching the top of the hour as we get ready for President Trump's press conference. You know, this is something that's interesting because the president's schedule from last night, the White House, they send out a schedule each night. Well, this was a brand new addition to the schedule this morning, so we're here tracking that, of course. We'll also be live later in the day for another event. Robert McNeely will be in studio for that one. But here in the morning / almost afternoon, We will be going to the White House for this press conference. The president didn't say on Truth Social specifically what the topic will be, but we know there's many stories going on, so we'll see which ones
You see this
the
low
president will be
here
talking about. This on the heels of
and this
speaking to
low
the
here.
press on Air Force One just recently.
I don't think so the price
back
coming
from
higher.
Florida to joint
It's
base
closed
majors
this
in
range.
Maryland.
This up move range was
Also, we
closed.
know that the president will be meeting
So
with a number of the Trump-Kennedy
I think
Center
I'm gonna
board
enter
members
somewhere
coming
like
up. Now that was in the schedule,
here.
originally closed to the press in the East Room of the White House. So what's happening now is this news conference, the president calling it, will happen right before the Trump-Kennedy Center board members lunch and meeting that's going to happen there in the East Room of the White House. So as soon as we see that feed
But
start,
it left
of course, we'll
a
take you
fair
there.
value gap,
We're
so
also
hopefully
tracking the Save America Act as it will be up for a vote on Capitol Hill
manipulate
this
into the fair
Wednesday.
value gap.
We'll also get some updates on Operation Epic Fury in the Middle East. The United States Central Command
Thank
sent
you.
an update
Just
out
trying
there
to
on
understand
X
now.
as well.
Either you want
So
to
what
take
we're
it
going
or
to do is
not.
basically we're going to hold down the fort here. We'll stay live with you. We'll throw to that White
Yeah, I
House
want to
event.
see
After
at least the
White
fair
House
value
press
gap to be
conference,
taken.
we'll go to a number of our interviews and various stories that we're tracking here on the network, of course, including the Save
Somewhere
America
here.
Act. Just got done recording an interview
yeah,
with
something
the
like this.
election
So
security
I'm going to change
expert and author
my.
Seth Keshel, who has a brand new book out
It's
there
here.
doing great. Also
95
sat down
too.
with Summer Lane out there in California on a on-location interview in the sense of on a Zoom call.
And now I
So
have
we're able to
a
talk to her
smaller
about the Save America
until this
Act.
equal highs
And on top
here.
of
I
that,
don't
a
want to
few
see the
other,
price coming
items
back
that we'll
here.
be discussing
This
in
is
that
here. I'm
post-show.
going to
So
put
we'll
my
have that all
stop
here live
here.
for you. And then later today at 2
5,
o'clock,
5-2.
the president will also have an event. The vice president will be
Okay.
with him in the Oval Office, as will the press
I
and
want to see
other
a quick
staffers.
manipulation
We'll
into.
watch that live as well when it comes to what the press is calling, or what the White House comms team is calling, a
Yeah, the new
signing
article
time.
to
So we'll
manipulate
see what
into, yeah.
documents or what bills, or not really bills, but more executive
Yeah,
orders,
something
or
like
what
this.
will be signed. That's the question. It is called a signing time, according to the White House. That
Exactly.
happens a bit later.
But I want to
Our
see
coverage
a
for
quick
that
move
starts at
into
2
this
o'clock Eastern. So
fair
2
value
live
gap.
broadcasts today.
Just a
Of course,
week.
This one that you're seeing here, and then that one that starts at 2 o'clock. On top of that, if you'd like to follow us here on Right Side Broadcasting Network on Truth Social, it's at RSBN. If you'd like to follow us on X, it's at RSB Network. Meantime, of course, later this week, specifically on
If I don't have an
Wednesday, all
entry,
eyes will be
then I can still
on
have a
the Save
second
America Act on that Senate
order
floor. So
block
the Senate
inside the
Majority Leader
C4,
John
right?
Thune
So I don't have
saying
to
there will
run.
be a no
But the
talking
95.2
filibuster,
will
which
be
still might mean there will be a
ideal.
silent filibuster. At the end of the day, President Trump and Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville calling for the filibuster to be nuked in this situation in order to save America, to have photo ID,
Save America,
and
okay.
also to have proof of citizenship. This is all for federal elections.
Let me
and
see.
voting. And then on
That was
top
the
of
same
that,
level, and
no
now the
mail-in
price
ballots
went
except
to
for a few other
almost.
items like military or medical, that kind of thing. So we're going to see what happens on Wednesday. Now, in that interview with Seth Keshel, he brought up a great point that if for some reason the filibuster's not nuked, or the Save America Act doesn't pass, then we have to shift our attention, he says, to the states, for the states to step up and do the right thing within this framework. But we're not at that point yet. We still have to see if this is going to pass on Wednesday. Again, that's one of the major stories we're tracking, and we're going to obviously keep our eye on Operation Epic Fury.
It's so
in the
funny.
Middle East and any other
Almost
stories that are happening out there.
hit
in
my
that
lava.
24/7 news cycle. Let's go to a few of our sponsors as we await the
2
president
cents
there at
or
the
$2.
White House.
No, yeah,
Let's go
20
to
cents, my
All
bad.
Family Pharmacy, you see it right there. You need a pharmacy that actually
So let me
supports
see this
your
one.
medical freedom, and one that
No.
works smarter, not harder. And you can forget about doctor visits, long pharmacy lines, or dealing with insurance approvals. That system specifically,
Here we go.
is
This will be
slow
the
and frustrating and
big one.
outdated. But one pharmacy is doing that in a better way, and it's All Family Pharmacy. You
Let's go, God.
Go online, you choose the
I mean,
medications
if
you
you
need,
read
fill out
my
a quick
previous
medical form, and a licensed doctor
weekly
reviews your
recap
request. And if
I sent
appropriate,
you,
then they'll provide that prescription.
I got the many
and
M5
will ship
entries.
directly to your door. So you can stock up on a ton of essentials like antibiotics, antivirals, ivermectin, mebendazole, NAD+, and more than
Come on,
300
God.
other prescription medications that families
There is like
rely
an
on
equal
across
loss
our
here.
country
Take the
every day.
internal
So if you believe in being prepared and having access
from
to
here to the
medications you need,
external
this is
to
one
the
of the
low.
smartest moves you can make within this industry. Allfamilypharmacy.com
Here we go.
/RSBN. 10%
Let's go,
off
baby.
RSBN10, that promo code. Great to see our sponsor
This one
right
should
there,
be
All
for
Family
later.
Pharmacy, as we're 3 minutes past the top of the hour, awaiting that press conference.
All right,
there at the
I'm
White
in
House.
the position now.
If you think about this, in 2006, $20,000 equaled roughly 33
More than a
ounces of gold at
manipulation into the
spot
fair
price.
value
At
gap. Now I
today's
want to see
prices,
another
those
closure.
33 ounces
And then if I have
are
another
worth about
closure, I'm gonna put my
$165,000.
stop loss
So smart
trade here
Americans are
because
diversifying
there should be a
portion of their
protected high
savings
of the
in precious
C4.
metals. And that's why you might want to consider buying from our friends at Birch Gold Group. And we know that for thousands of years, gold has simply been a store of wealth. And today it's a crucial part of any balanced financial strategy. Even
Exactly.
better, Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered retirement account in gold. All you have to do to get the ball rolling is texting Trump to that number you see on the screen there, 989898. You'll get that free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. And they have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers. So you can let Birch Gold help you diversify with gold.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have a glass of water, but listen to the Trump just a moment.
All right, we are awaiting that press conference. It is 11:04 Central Time, 12:04 on the East Coast, and thanks so much for live streaming in on those specific time zones. Of course, the Mountain Time Zone and the Pacific Time Zone. I hope everybody's enjoying a little bit more sunlight later in the day. There's a lot of serious things going on in the world. Outside of that, of course, we have Operation Epic Fury. We have the Save America Act. We have a number of stories that we're following and tracking and reporting on and monitoring here at Right Side Broadcasting Network. And it's great to be a part of conservative media at the end of the day on the right side of history, really sharing information with you and not holding back. I mean, if you've looked at our broadcasts, we cover all sorts of stories here at the network, and great to do that because that's really what our job is, to be on the side of freedom and truth and the American way and we the people. So let's go with some more information about the Save America Act as for nuking the filibuster. So
I am
the
back.
nuclear option happened twice in history, in 2013 and in 2017 for nominations, but never
talking
in the
about gold, let me
legislative
see.
process for a bill. So we've never seen it happen in our country, the nuking of the filibuster, unless it was in 2013 and 2017 for nominations, not for legislative. So the option is, according to President Trump, according to the gubernatorial candidate in Alabama, Senator Tommy Tuberville, is to nuke the filibuster altogether. Because according to Grok, which you verify the sources once they say things like Grok, but what's expected on Wednesday is the standard silent filibuster. So this is, if you remember, there's a no talking filibuster, that according to the Senate Majority Leader John Thune. So what's expected is possibly the standard silent filibuster. So instead, the bill is likely to encounter the modern silent filibuster, where Democrats can block it by denying the 6
I want to see a
votes
download,
required for
please,
cloture,
and
which
thank
is
you.
ending debate, without needing to speak on the floor. So Republicans plan to bring it up for a vote, according to Grok again, primarily to put Democrats on record opposing it, rather than escalating it to a grueling public talking filibuster that could tie up the Senate for days. So that's just one angle. Is that exactly what's going to happen? Again, there's a lot of analysis out there about that. So I'm just sharing with you what we've been seeing. But really, when it comes to saving the country, saving America, as President Trump called this act, the Save America Act, saving America really shouldn't be up for debate. This is something that should be passed. It's pretty simple stuff. Nuke the filibuster in this situation. You have to have, one of the major things in our country is voting. How about what's more important than that other than the Constitution? And on top of that, preserving the United States Constitution through having the right people, in the sense of the citizens of our country, voting for our federal elections. We really should have that happen. There should be no rigging of elections. There should be none of that going on. None of the shenanigans, as they say.
Oh yeah, but that's
and
small.
we can really take a huge step towards election
I don't want a closure
security,
above
election integrity.
the
We've heard Mike
point of
Lindell, we've
interest,
heard Seth
because that
Keshel,
case
we've
that
heard
won't be
many
valid.
great people out there. There are many great organizations, Precinct Strategy, Steve Stern, others. A lot
Like
of people out
50%
there.
of the OB.
Grassroots, you know, because you got to do something. And I think that's what's great about a lot of what's happening in our country right now is people want to do something. You don't want to sit back and just let it all.
All right,
play
maybe
out.
I'm gonna have 2
Because
losses in a
there's
row.
mindset
So then
with
that's
that.
gonna be
If you let it
that's
all
gonna be
sit
for
out
me
and
that for
play
the
out,
day.
and you think
No
it's
more
just
trades.
up to God to save the country, we can
Which
go
is
down
okay.
a rabbit hole of discussion there.
Let me see
We
what
have
Nasdaq is
an
doing.
ability here to vote.
Yes.
We have an ability to
Oh,
fight
yeah.
for our freedoms.
No, I
through
didn't.
prayer, voting,
Because,
hard work, all the things. Yes,
my
of course,
stop loss
it'd be
is
great
here.
if God intervenes in a lot of ways, but think about this.
I
If
want to
none of
see
us
the
went
price
the
to
polls in
reject from the
2024 and we said,
50% of the
God's gonna
OB,
take care
so
of it.
I put on,
This
yeah.
is not anti-God, trust me. But if we all said we're not going to vote in
What we have
2024, God will take
C2,
care
yeah,
of it. It wouldn't have
C2.
worked.
Nasdaq
We
is a
had to
seek
do our
and
part. That's
destroy.
all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Mash the
saying.
same.
So let's just keep on keeping on here. Let's really
Yeah, go ahead,
speak up
okay.
about this, the Save America Act, but also
Okay, crude oil
again, if you're just
is
joining us,
bearish
Seth
now
Keshel,
on the
the
1 hour.
election
Made the
expert, just was speaking
1
with
hour.
him on a interview that will be
I think
airing
it
maybe
made.
after this press conference or
Let me
in the
see.
near future. Was saying if it does fail, the Save America Act, then we have to
No,
go
it's
and
close
push
above,
on
so
the
technically
states
it's not a
to do the
C2.
right thing when it comes to all of this. So we'll see what happens. We're tracking the stories here on Right Side
Yeah,
Broadcast.
technically it's not a C2.
Meantime, I think we have a map that we can show on the split screen possibly, and there it is. All right, so what we have here, of course, are the
Yeah, no
memorials
closure.
that are out there, the national memorials, the statues of, obviously you have President Lincoln and the Lincoln Memorial, you have the Jefferson Memorial, of the Washington
H1 is
Monument, you
bullish
have the
now
civil
here.
rights leader, MLK Jr. It's right next to or across from
And
the
here,
Jefferson Memorial. And rightly so. Civil rights leader MLK Jr.,
nothing.
President Washington, President Lincoln, President Jefferson. And I posted on Truth Social and X the following. I also think that President John F. Kennedy and the free speech leader, Charlie Kirk, should have standalone in Washington, D.C., a statue or a national memorial, just like we see one for President Lincoln. For JFK, we should have one for him. That's just my opinion. You can agree or disagree. It's all good. We have freedom of speech, right? And then the other thing is, just like MLK Jr., the civil rights leader. What an awesome speech that was.
Watching the live.
Right there near that Lincoln Memorial. Well, Charlie Kirk should have a memorial there as well. It's about the truth and that context, not about anything else. So if you'd like to respond, go ahead and follow me on Truth Social at Matthew Alvarez or on
Yeah, I changed. I now went to the Associated Press. Yeah, maybe the lesson is that we don't trade when, he's speaking. I want to see the sweep of this high and going lower. I don't want to see price closing above the H1 POI. That's not ideal. The font is make the C2 here. Ideally, I want to see, this one to hold and short. M5. So this was the OB back. Now I want to see another OB. This is another channel when they actually and I want to see here a closure. Let me put on tier 1. Yeah. 12 o'clock. Oh, come on. I think he's gonna take me out. Just a matter of time. Yeah. Would be funny if the price gonna tank and took me out. But if it's gonna take me out, then that means that's for me today, guys, okay? Then I'm gonna have like a $200 loss. That's okay. So that's gonna be actually a 2-hour trade today. Let's go. Tank, go lower. Trump's gonna say hi and the price is gonna automatically tank. So I'm watching this stream right now, guys. But the music is so like bad. Okay, now it's time to tank, brother. You don't want to go higher. Go lower, please. Thank you. AP, let's go. Maybe that could be a good short opportunity. Oh, from here, from the 1 hour. Finally.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Okay, finally. Can you hear it, guys? He's gonna say hi and the gold's gonna skyrocket. Oh shit, where is my orange? I mean, it looks nice now because exactly we had the same sweep. So I want to see a lower price.
Thank you very much.
Oh, what? Where is my orange? Hey, orange.
No place like the White House. Do we agree? Right, Mr. Kraft? No place like the White House. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. And we'll maybe discuss a couple of general topics. This is a board meeting for the Trump Kennedy Center, but we'll go into a couple of other things in that we have the media present. It's always present, unfortunately, constantly. And I'll say a few words about what's happening in the Middle East. And if you have a couple of questions, we'll do that, and then we'll get on with our board meeting. So, thank you very much for being here. We have a wonderful group of very, very smart, talented patriots at this table. Our powerful military campaign to end the threats posed by the Iranian regime continued in full force over the past few days. They have been literally obliterated. The Air Force is gone. The Navy is gone. Many, many ships have been sunk. They're warfighting ships, but I guess they didn't know how to use them. And anti-aircraft is decimated, their radar is gone, and their leaders are gone. Other than that, they're doing quite well. They've been a terror for 47 years, and now I guess the world, through the United States, with the help of Israel, is doing what should have been done many years ago. Should have been done many years ago. Since the beginning of the conflict, we've struck more than 7,000 targets across Iran, and these have been mostly commercial and military targets. We've achieved a 90% reduction in their ballistic missile launches and a 95% reduction in drone attacks. The missiles are trickling in now at very low levels because
not bad.
They don't have too many missiles left. We've also attacked the manufacturing plants, where
Yeah,
the
he's
places where
ridiculous,
they
yeah.
manufacture the missiles and the drones.
So what I want to
And
see
that's
is
going
a
on
quick
today.
move
We
now,
just hit
because
3 of them
if there is a
today.
good news from the
It's
war,
getting very
that's going to
hard for
push the
them
price to the H1 swing low,
manufacture.
easy.
More than 100 Iranian naval vessels have been sunk or destroyed over the last week and a half.
Okay.
It has to be some kind of a record. Additional strikes continue to launch from all directions every single hour. And as you know, we attacked Carg Island and knocked it literally, destroyed everything on the island except for the area where the oil is. I call it the pipes. We left the pipes. We didn't want to do that, but we will do that. We can do that on 5 minutes' notice. It'll be over. But for purposes of
Where did you read this
someday
exact
rebuilding that country, I guess we did the right thing. But it may not stay that way. Just one simple
Dude,
word.
is
and
it
the pipes
true?
will
New
be
York
gone
Post
too,
report?
But it'll take a long time to rebuild that.
I'm looking
aggressively
for that
dismantling
information.
Iran's defense industrial base, and ability to rebuild its missiles and drone capability is getting down to close to zero. And we're hammering their capacity to threaten commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz, with more than 30 mine-laying ships destroyed. We hit, to the best
York
of our
Post, let me
knowledge,
check.
all of their mine-laying ships. Now they can put them on other types of ships, I guess, and drop them in. But we don't know that
Wow.
any have even been dropped in. We're not sure that any have been. That's a big negative for them if they do it. It's a form of suicide. But we don't know that they have dropped any in. But we've hit all 30 of their ships and destroyed them. They're all at the bottom of the sea. We strongly encourage other nations whose economies depend on the Strait far more than ours. You know, we get less than 1% of our oil from the Strait, and some countries get much more. Japan gets 95%. China gets 90%. Many of the Europeans get quite a bit.
Well, let's go
South Korea gets
lower. You don't have to stay
35%.
here now.
So
He
we
said
want
everything's
them to come
fine
and
in
help us
Iranian,
with the
and now he's talking
Strait.
about
We have
tariffs.
it in very good shape. The countries, I said, we've already taken care of Iran, but now, because of the fact that literally a single terrorist can put something in the water or shoot something or shoot a missile, a small missile, and it's fairly close range because it is a tight area, and which is one of the reasons they've always used that as a weapon. Iran has always used that as an economic weapon, and
Let me check the
it's not going
messages.
to be able to be used very long. Numerous countries have told me they're on the way. Some are very enthusiastic about it, and some aren't. Some are countries that we've helped for many, many years. We've protected them from horrible outside sources, and they weren't that enthusiastic. And the level of enthusiasm matters to me. We have some countries where we have 45,000 soldiers, great soldiers, protecting them from harm's way. And we have done a great job. And when we want to know, do you have any minesweepers? Well, would rather not get involved, sir. I said, for 40 years we're protecting you, and you don't want to get involved in something that is very minor, very few shots going to be taken because they don't have many shots left. But they said, we'd rather not get involved. I just want the fake news media and everybody else to remember that was said, because I've been a big critic of all of the protecting of countries, because I know that we'll protect them, and if we ever needed help, they won't be there for us. I've just
Let's go, God. It's time to tank now. It's a C4. Let me annotate.
Straight, that it would be a weapon, which I predicted a long time ago. Predicted all of this stuff. You guys were very generous in that. I predicted all of it. I predicted Osama bin Laden would knock out the World Trade Center. I made that prediction a year before he did it. I said, you better get him. He's a bad guy. I watched him be interviewed one time, and I said, that's a bad guy. You better get him. 1 year before, exactly. I wrote it in a book. You can even check. About a year before the World Trade Center came down, President Clinton actually had a shot at him, and he didn't take it. Unfortunately, I'm not blaming him for that, but he didn't take it.
Hombre.
And he ended up knocking down the World Trade Center, but I predicted that too. I predicted a lot of things. We strongly encourage other nations whose economies depend on the strait for blood. I mean, you know, these people literally need it. 95% of their energy,
Not yet.
their oil
I think
comes out of the strait, and
play that card.
they should be in here very happily helping us. And it's incredible. We have such great. We're number one in oil by double now. We drill, baby, drill. We're double any other nation, and it's going to be soon triple any other nation. And that doesn't include Venezuela, who's been great. By the way, the relationship with Venezuela has been fantastic.
I'm going to have a glass of water, guys.
Millions, literally millions of barrels of oil are being taken out, and it's been a great help. And it's been to their great benefit. The president has done a really good job. We get along with him really well. But we've taken out millions of barrels of oil and brought to Houston and other places for to the refineries. We have refineries set up specifically for that, and it's been a great relationship. And more and more is happening. It's a tremendous oil source, and we're getting we're stepping it up very rapidly. The big companies are going in, and they will actually numbers in a pretty short period of time. Numbers that they've never been able to do, we'll be doing. There's a lot of oil under that land. We strongly encourage the other nations to get involved with us and get involved quickly and with great enthusiasm. I have that from a number of them, and I'd like to say their names, but frankly, I don't know if they would want me to or not, because maybe they don't want to be targeted. But I say, wouldn't matter if you're targeted or not, because this is a paper tiger that we're dealing with now. It wasn't a paper tiger 2 weeks ago. It's a paper tiger now. So now we're going to get down to the reason. We'll take a couple of questions in a moment, but we're going to get down to the reason we're here today. Actually, this was set up a long time ago. It's the Trump Kennedy Center. Over the past year, we've made incredible strides to restore the true purpose and prestige of this revered institution. Together, we're going to ensure it remains the finest performing arts facility of its kind anywhere in the world. And I don't know that it ever really reached that stage, but it will over a period of time. We're rebuilding it. It's in very, very bad condition. It's been it's been somewhat of a disaster, to be honest with you. It's been let go to hell. That's what they've done. They did a poor job. They spent money in the wrong places. They built some theaters underneath that nobody uses, little ones, tiny theaters that cost $300 million. And
all right, I'm back.
The money was spent incorrectly, wrong. We're dealing with some networks on the possibility of renting those little theaters. Nobody's going to use them. They want the big halls. The halls are going to be incredible. They're in bad shape, but when they're completed, the bones are potentially something that could be unbelievable. So I want to, before we begin, I want to thank Rick Grinnell. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. He's been unbelievable. He went to he was the ambassador, as you know, to Germany. There was no happier woman in the world than Angela Merkel. Angela. She called me, "Thank you, sir, thank you." Although she liked Rick a lot, there was nobody happier that he was no longer going to be the ambassador to Germany.
Nasdaq is
He was difficult for them. He was not your typical ambassador. He was the opposite. He would do what was best for the United States, not for Germany. Good that I put him in charge of a thing called intelligence.
I like the way how he talks, like,
he didn't really want to
do. Blah blah blah. Someone had a good job, so good job, and then he just flipping the frame.
A lot of leakers. He found out the leakers, and when he didn't find out who the leaker was in a certain area, he fired everybody.
I don't want to put in break even. I want to tank right now.
Leaks coming out.
I have a meeting now. Come on, guys.
Problems that these various places have had. And he said, "Who's the one that leaked this?" And they wouldn't admit it, so he fired the whole room. and he did a good job. I'll tell you, he was very good. And during this transition period, I asked Rick if he would run it because we wanted to see. And if you remember when we first took it over, I didn't do it with enthusiasm. I did it because somebody had to do it, had to turn it around because it was failing. It would have closed, and physically it would have almost fallen down. It was in very bad shape.
I think I'm going to have an internet
steel
problem.
columns outside as an example.
YouTube said that something is wrong with my stream. Is it bad, guys, or can you hear me and see me properly?
That's what I do. Unlike the Fed building, which is going to cost billions of dollars, it may never open. I mean, right now, we have a wonderful Kevin, a wonderful new head of the Fed coming in. I don't know if he'll ever be able to occupy this complex that was destroyed by
Jerome. Go, Trump, push the price lower.
No, I call him too late because he's always too late with interest.
Okay.
He should cut interest rates. He should cut them right now. They should have a special meeting. What's a better time to cut interest rates than now? A third-grade student would know that.
Whoa! Did you hear that?
That's a terrible thing. But what I do is build.
Damn, Trump is talking shit about my boy. Power is getting.
In fact, if you look behind me, see the nice gold curtains? If you want to look into a nice foundation and you want to see a lot of work.
Nah, my internet went wrong, I guess.
Very, very deep for specific reasons. We have a magnificent ballroom being built because this is the biggest room.
Okay, now I want to see
people for dinner.
1 minute.
But behind me, you're going to have a ballroom that's going to.
I want to see
that this building
this failures thing have the price to going lower.
Every president for 150 years
so
has
5
clamored
seconds.
for a ballroom,
Open
a
weak,
large, beautiful room,
and then a
this
huge
is
move.
A cocktail room.
1 candle. Okay,
and
let's go, baby. One more
this
candle.
Whole floor will end up being a cocktail room
Zeditam.
for the cocktail area,
Zedski.
pre-area for the ballroom before dinner.
Let's
so
go.
We'll have
let's
heads
go, baby.
We can't even do a heads of state dinner. Usually, what they do is
you
they
have these
do
failures
them on the lawn with
here,
the tent.
brother.
But when it rains, the lawn
go.
is very low. And you know the land in Washington. It was built on swampy wetland. And when it rains and you have the king of Saudi Arabia, we have as an example the king of the UK, I would say king of England, who's a great guy. He's coming in very soon. And when it rains, you know what happened? The rain would go over their feet. It would be about 4 or 5 inches over their shoes. This was not good. So, and it rained a lot. So we're building finally, because I do that. And by the way, no taxpayer money. I want to put that 0. It's going to be, it's on time, on budget. It'll be under budget. Literally, we're having it under budget other than we've upgraded it in terms of the marbles we're using. We're using onyx and stones that are incredible. But it'll be something really spectacular. I'm looking at Mr. Steve Wynn, who's over there.
My favorite part when he's involving other people to have a conversation.
Than him. I don't care what he said. But Steve is over here, and he really, with his incredible wife, Andrea, and thank you both for being here. Andrea's on the board, and Steve is so in love with his wife, he asked whether or not he could come. And I can say the same thing for the great Bob Kraft. He's got a wife that's so wonderful. He said, do you think I could come? She didn't have to accept that, you know. She could have said no. But Bob said, I would like to come. So, Bob, we will not let you vote, although his vote would be a good vote. He will vote for the proper thing. But it's good to have you both here. These are two great couples that know a lot about the things I'm talking about, like fixing, whether it's building a stadium or building a building.
My stop loss has to be still here because this is a protected low. High.
But we've made incredible strides over the past year. If you remember, I said I want to run it for a year just to see because the place is falling down. It's horrible. Air conditioning heating is going to be ripped out in its entirety and it needs new. It's old. It's how many years is it, Rick? What's the total? 50, almost, over 50. And we have 50-year-old air conditioning, more than that, actually. And it's in bad shape. Everything's in bad shape. It's got to be redone. So I said, let's run it for a year just to see how it works. It's better than you can't just go into something and try and figure it out.
We took out this
And we
short-term
figured it
low,
out over the year.
but there is
You
a
have to close it,
low
putting
resistance.
new
So
marbles in,
maximum I want to
beautiful
see a
marbles. When you
retrace
do marbles, you can't have people walking
here
over the
and then
marble
going
every
lower.
night as it's drying and setting and going to a play. So
I want to see a
like the best way. I mean,
big move
what I
now.
know best in the world is construction. The best way to do it is close it, do it properly, and reopen it, have a grand reopening. And when it's finished, it's going to be far better than it was when it was originally built. When it was originally built, it was good. It has one thing that's very good. It has great sound. I think there's a lot of luck in sound. You have some of the big opera houses. I don't want to get involved with saying which one, but in New York, as an example, where the acoustics were never good, and they've ripped it apart 4 times and rebuilt it, and it was never good. The good thing about the Kennedy Center, the acoustics
How
are
to
good.
talk about iron again and push the price lower, Trump, please, okay? And
A
thank
lot of
you.
it has to do with the stones and the stones you use, the marbles you use, etc. Over the past year, we've made incredible strides to restore the true purpose and prestige that this building will soon gain, I think, at a higher level than it had before. Together, we're going to ensure it remains the finest and will become the finest performing arts facility anywhere in the world. It's got the location, and it will have the building. It's got good bones. It's got good structure. Again, they wanted to originally cover the exposed steel. It was painted a cheap gold, and we turned it into a very expensively painted white, very heavy coat of very powerful white paint meant for steel, exposed steel. A very different kind of paint, but it's almost like putting a stone over the top of it. And the color is white, shiny white, and it looks, a lot of people have commented, it looks so much better. Before they had the steel painted gold, and the gold was very cheap. There's actually never been a paint that's made that will look like gold. Steve will tell you that. You either gold leaf it or use real gold bullion, or you use a different color, Steve. Nobody's ever been able to make a gold paint that looks real. Little minor
Let's
thing
go.
for the media. I'm sure
I'm
you're
going to put it on
thrilled
2
with
hour
hearing that.
now. Okay, guys.
There's never been a paint. I said someday I'm going to discover a paint where you don't have to actually use gold leaf.
Yeah, here.
Gold leaf is a very, very big and expensive process, but it's a beautiful thing. But
I want to
not
see
when
a
you
quick
use
move
paint.
now.
So we got rid of the gold columns, which looked always terrible. They looked cheap and they looked fake, very much like the media, actually. And we took the columns and we
And my position in break even,
painted
right?
them white. Before we painted them,
Congratulations,
very
Zaptis.
importantly, we
That's good.
structuralized them. We replaced bad steel that was very badly rusting. I mean, these are columns that are holding up a building, and we had to replace areas of columns that were actually rusted out because
That's good, brother.
in very bad shape. It's
Probably
not
it's gonna
even
hit my
describable how
TP
bad this building was.
because there is an order block, but ideally
Inside
I
and
would
out.
like
I
to
wanna
see a lower price.
thank
Like,
Rick Grinnell.
don't want to come back to my
But you really did a
entry.
great job, Rick, on this, and we appreciate it. I'm looking for your next venture, because he really was. He was.
Sadly, I
you know, there
have
was
to
a story he
follow,
got
not
fired. He
sadly,
got
but I have to
fired.
follow my
He was here for a
1.5
short
hour
period of time, for a year,
break even
figuring
analogy.
it out with Matt and everybody else. And Matt now is going to take over, and he's a pro at construction, great at construction.
And I don't want to see the price to
And I
going
think Matt
back
would like to
like
run
15
the facility
points
too. He's
to
fallen
go
in love
lower
with it.
5 points,
And
you
I
know.
think he'd do a good job. But if I don't think he will do a good job, I'll say, Matt, you're fired. I'm getting somebody else.
I'm going to see
So
to
you're
tank
under
and going
no
lower
pressure,
now.
Matt, okay? It's like Bob Kraft. If a football player doesn't
This
perform
is,
well, typically
doesn't
you
make
will
any
fire
sense
him
to reverse
immediately,
here
Bob.
because
Do
the
you
low
ever
is
let
here.
them stay around for 4 or 5 years if they're bad? Not too many times, right?
You see, that's a low.
So anyway, I learned from him.
To me, not SSR.
So I want to thank also Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's been fantastic. I don't know, is Pam here someplace? Oh, hello, Pam. Good. She's been great. And the Speaker of the House, he's got the easiest job of anybody in government.
Congratulations,
He's got a
brother.
majority of 2. I don't like to say 1
Nice to
because it varies. But between 1, 2, and 3. And I think you're the only man that's ever lived that's able to be very happy about it. In fact, when we get up to 3, you know, every once in a while we get up to 3. Actually, for a period of time, we had it up to 4, and then we had a death. And death is very bad when you're the speaker and you have a majority of 2 or 3. But we had a death, and then we had another death, and we had some things, and it's. But we're looking very strong. We had one man who was very ill. It looked like he wasn't going to make it. I don't know. I won't mention his name. Should I? Do other people know his name?
Mention.
Do you want to mention it? He'll be proud. Go ahead. Tell him the story.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. President. Congressman Neil Dunn of Florida had some real health challenges.
Exactly. And then, if you remember,
grim diagnosis,
4 years ago, I
mentioned
just
it to the
uploaded
President.
a
Congressman
short
Dunn is a
video.
real
I'm
champion
going
and a
to
patriot
share in the
because he's still
chat.
coming to work, and if others got this
And that was
diagnosis,
like
they would be apt to go
4
home
years
and
ago,
retire.
brother.
What was the diagnosis?
It was, I mean,
Yeah,
it was a
that was
terminal
4 years
diagnosis.
ago.
He would be dead by June.
Okay,
Check the
that went
video.
public.
I
Yeah,
showed
okay.
that was
It was
whatever
great. That's what I was
strategy we
gonna
used
say.
to use.
I don't think
With
he
a
would
heart
mind.
problem, by the way. This was a heart problem.
Yeah.
So, the long story short, the president called.
And 4 years ago, it was
to
just a
encourage
dream,
him
and
thank
now
him,
I'm
they had
doing, and
conversation,
just
and the
realized a
president
couple of
mentioned in
days
the course
ago,
of the
damn, like
conversation, you know how to get
I'm
my
a
doctor's
full-time
call.
trader.
And they did.
And, you know,
within a
it's so
number of
funny.
hours, they took him to Walter Reed Emergency
All right, let's
Surgery. The man
go.
has a new lease on life. He acts like he's 30 years younger, and he walked
Let's
into the conference
go,
meeting
go,
and was
go
up, seen a
lower.
ghost. And,
Trump
I
has
spoke
to
with him over
talk,
the
otherwise the
weekend.
price
He's
is gonna go
encouraged and
higher.
thankful, and he thanks the president for his leadership and intervention. And thank you.
DGF
Thank you.
X.
He actually called
I don't know.
Mike called me and he said, "Sir, we're up by 3, but we're going to lose 1 by June." I said, "Who?" "Neil Dunn. He's a great congressman. Incredible." He called to say that he was terminal, really bad heart. There's nothing they can do. I said, "That's bad." Number 1, it was bad because I liked him. Number 2, it was bad because I needed his vote. But he really said, "Mike, I'm going to last this out for the president and you, and however long I live," I mean, it looks like June is the time, but however long I live, I'm going to be voting for you. I mean, how many people are going to say that? Most of them are going to say, "Mike, I'm retiring immediately. That's the end."
He's an extraordinary
But
man.
he didn't do that. It was really impressive. And then I realized I have doctors in the White House.
Thank you, Nicole.
White House doctors.
I don't like this price action. Come on, God.
And they've helped me with other
Why?
people. They're helping me with
Just
people
tell me
right now,
why. Let
people
me
that are
see.
very
I
sick
don't want
or
to see the
they're
Nasdaq. Let me
miracle
see
workers. And I
Nasdaq.
said, I have to call them. And I called the 2 doctors. They're both great. And they immediately went over to see the congressman. And he was on the operating table like 2 hours later.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. It will.
It was a long operation. They gave him more.
Otherwise, the
stents and
market is a
everything
scam.
that you could have. I think he's got everything that you could possibly have.
No, I think it's gonna revert. It's gonna just retrace into this fair value gap. You see, because the Nasdaq went higher
I
again.
think he'll be fine.
Oh, I think
Mike
that's
was
gonna
telling me
be the
the other day he came into
area
a
where the
meeting
price
for the
gonna
first time in a long while.
go lower.
Well,
At least should.
incredible. I mean, just to, he has a new lease
Take
on
out
life. He
these.
has more energy
But this is a
than
failure,
man
a
has
low
his age,
resistance.
and,
But this is like a
very
no
encouraging
high
to
resistance.
encourage
This
all
is
of
like a
us.
low resistance into
Again, a
this.
testament to great leadership, and he's
So yeah,
my hat's off to Neil
exactly
Dunn
the
and his
same.
beautiful
I want
wife
to see
and
the
family.
price
He's
to
an
come in
extraordinary individual.
And just,
from this
you know,
area.
because I don't want to have a terrible story about this, I did it for him first and for the vote second.
Otherwise,
But
the
it was
price
close
is a
second,
scam.
actually. But I did it for the vote second. All right. I want to also introduce Susie Wiles, who's fantastic. She's our chief of
Fantastic.
staff.
Just say something about Iran, please.
She's an amazing
Okay, and
person,
thank you.
an amazing fighter, and she announced a minor difficulty, which will be in good shape. Good shape for he'll be around for a long time.
That was like a puppy slapping a puppy.
Diagnosis, you probably saw it, and she's going to take care of it immediately, as opposed to waiting. She said, "Let's do it now." I said, "Do it immediately."
He's wonderful. He's
that
wonderful
particular
because
ailment,
he
the
did a
faster
great
the
job.
better. That's
A
the only
great
thing I
job,
know
you know,
about it. The
American
faster the better. She's going to do
people
it
that.
immediately. So she just started, actually, and she's going to be in great shape. The prognosis there is excellent, beyond excellent. So,
Thank you, sir.
but who needs it, right?
That's right.
Who needs it?
I don't know
So
this
before we
IPO
took
stuff.
Over just a year ago, the legendary.
Okay, now this is the
this
time the
wonderful
price should
place was,
tank.
on the verge of literally on the verge of collapse.
You want to leave this on
From
intact
a financial standpoint, maybe
because
more from a
I'm
financial
I'm in break
standpoint,
even, brother.
but also from a
You have
physical
to
standpoint.
reverse from
Necessary
here.
maintenance has been ignored. The programming was very woke and out of touch with reality. And we had an orchestra that lost like $18 million a year.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take me out in break
Subsidize it every
even.
year. So what kind of an orchestra loses 18? And I'm being nice when I say 18 was much more. And it started looking
Which I
at
don't
the
really like, but
programming.
it's okay.
They had tremendous union difficulties, like 19 different unions, and driving everybody crazy. And I think the unions are going to be great. I've always gotten along with unions. As you know, I got great union support. But you had 19 unions. Every time somebody wanted to put on a play, they had to deal with 19
The
different
fuck is
groups of
Nasdaq
people.
doing?
And it's they say it was like Broadway,
Why?
but
Why?
worse.
Tell me Nasdaq.
And you don't
Why?
get worse than Broadway when it comes to the unions. I've watched that for many years.
Damn,
The
barcoding.
programming was terrible. And they had a budget deficit of about $26 million
Oh, shit.
minimum. Owed a lot
It took
of
me
money,
out,
were
okay?
borrowing money, which is a lot of people don't understand.
That
So
was
under
the trade for
leadership
me
of this
today. Let me close
exceptionally
the
talented and
trade
rich
of it.
board.
Look at this. Look at this, and now it's gonna hit my. No, it's okay. Now it's gonna hit my TP. Now the Nasdaq should going lower as well, right? Now that's okay. Yeah. Couldn't take out this high, the Nasdaq. So I want to see a retrace back to this area, around like 55-ish. And then of course gold is going lower as well, right? Like there is no tomorrow. Yeah, gold is gonna go lower. Damn. Come on, Nasdaq, take out these equal highs. Go higher, bro. These. I want to see the price to take out these. Let's see Trump at the same time. Gold is going higher now. Nasdaq is going low. I see there on the left screen. Yeah. You want to take this equal, this low resistance liquidity here. Yeah. That level should be taken. And this one is look at this. Gold is gold is going higher like crazy. Why? That's impressive. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So now I want to see this price to taken out. On the higher time frame. Yeah. Let's go take it out, brother. Gold is going higher. That's crazy. Exactly. Not yet, because the reversal should be appear here. That's crazy. Nasdaq is gonna hit 24,700. Like, what's wrong, brother? Yeah. We are at the 50% of gold. Damn. So right now that means Nasdaq wants to reverse then, right? So that means Nasdaq should go at 739-ish. but at least should take out the 24,700. Yeah. Just make a lower high. Yeah. Coming higher now, the Nasdaq on the 1 minute time frame. Let me show you. You see, it's gonna take out this level. That's crazy. You see, took out this, but there is like more low resistance liquidity run. It closed above this level on the M5. So ideally, we want to see this hold and then going higher. This should be like a 50% to hold. Yeah. I want to see this 24,705. This area. I want this area to be taken out. Otherwise, market is a scam. Yeah. Okay. So I want to see a new closure above this. Let me see. Yeah. This one. We have this one. And we have that one. And now we have this one. All right, investors, have a good one. Hey, Alan, what's up? You here? I haven't read the chat for a bit. 49.95. You mean gold, right? Yeah, that's what we wanted to. Oh, no, yeah, you mean like this high. No, we wanted to see a lower prices. And now I'm gonna see actually the price to take out this high. This is a 50% of the. This is a doll, definitely. And close above the OT level. Ooh. How was your day, Alan? I got one break even and one loss today. It closed below the 50% of the OB. Gold is. I don't like this retrace. Yeah. I mean, like, I would say it's okay. Yeah, yeah. Don't trade when you have to work that busy, brother. Take your time. I think these equal highs will be taken on Nasdaq. This one. I want to see the 64 to be taken. But this is my doll here. This was a dumb move. It's higher than the retrace. Almost took out, and now it's retracing. Has to close above this level now. Gold is ranging, I think, because now this one I don't need. It looks like a C2 to target higher prices. Why is not CE, brother? Give me the CE. Here we go. Yes. We have no closure of the week. Oh, we have here. It looks like it wants to go lower, right? Because weak. But here we go. Took out the high. Crazy. 24,700. So now it has to take this level, the 04 level. Here we go. That's it. Good tape reading. No trade. I got one loss and one break even, but that's part of the game. But that was a good tape reading here on the 1 minute, so that gives me a good mood now. I'm down like $100 today and one break even trade. So that's it. It's just $100, brother, so nothing crazy. So that's why we have to keep the losses like small, okay? And that's why good to have a break even on gold as well, because I went out on break even, because if the price wants to go lower, shouldn't come back this high, okay? And that's why I put in break even. And I was like, you know what, I'm fine with one loss the day. I don't want to keep this trade. And so Nicole had a short as well. She shorted from the C3 here, and her stop loss was here. She entered here and she targeted 2R, but she was not front of the computer when the price actually hit her 2R. So it went back towards her TP stop loss. Let me switch off Trump now because I'm gonna talk to you, Alan. And I entered the same short, okay, but I didn't enter the retest, so my entry was somewhere here and my TP was here, okay. and I didn't like stop loss was there, and I didn't like the idea the price close above this fair value gap, and close above the 50% of the fair value gap. So I closed manually my trade, and I capped $50, and then I entered here. My stop loss was here, as you can see, and I was targeting 2R. My price, the price reached my break-even point, so that's my strategy. I put my stop loss and break-even, and I wanted to see 2R, and you see the price never hit my 2R, hit my break-even, because I was anticipating if the price comes back this area, this fair value gap should be not taken, because from this level to this level we had literally like $20, and this is a H1, and I was like, you know, if the price takes all these equal lows, failure swings, the price should come quick. So I had one loss here, -1R, and one break even here. So literally I'm just done, like not even $100, because that was like a $90 in total, and I close. Let me see where I close. I can tell you. So I entered 96 and I closed 04. So that's actually $80 something. Yeah. So I had 80 something dollar loss here, and I had the break even. So, but that's fine because it's part of the game. And as we can see, Trump was talking a lot. That's why the price action was so slow. So next time probably I won't enter. I'm gonna close the chat soon, and let me see the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna close the chart as well. So guys, if you like the stream, please don't forget to like the video, leave a comment if you have any question, and rewatch this one, because that's, I think, really knowledgeable, a lot of knowledge. And GAMS, I was talking about, this should be like a second stage of this delivery, and you see how aggressive they move out of the range, and it retraces back to the range, so probably it's gonna go higher and take out these equal highs. But I'm done for the day. I get one loss, one break even. That's my rule. If you have, guys, any question, leave a comment, like the video, and see you tomorrow, right? 9:30, a bit earlier than 9:30, but probably 9:30. And thank you, guys. Ciao.